All right, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How's everybody feeling? Give me 1 second. I think there was something going on here. Give me 1 second. All right. All right. So, good morning to you all. I hope that you all are doing well this morning. I pray that you're doing well. Welcome to Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DMP Speaks. I am under construction. You might say, where's the lights? Where's the mic and all that? You're going to see. Just give me a little bit. We're doing some new things, and you'll definitely be able to find out and figure out. But anywho, until then, I hope that you all are doing well, and I hope that you all are feeling well. So again, welcome to Family Morning Transformation. I did not air on yesterday because I was spending great quality time with my family. Felt great. I felt energized and renewed and refueled. So I am back here on this morning with you all. So as you come on, please tell me where you are watching from, how are you feeling, how your family is feeling, how your mom is feeling, all of y'all. How's everybody feeling? All right. So with that being said, my name is David Pinkston, David M. Pinkston, but I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I am a speaker. I am a life coach. I'm a certified Christian counselor and a family restoration coach. So I come on here every Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So today, I just want to talk about really quickly, pretty much, are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to the signs? I'll say it again. Are you paying attention to the signs? Are you paying attention to what's going on with your family? Or are you so distracted with other things? Are you paying attention to how your kids are behaving and what they're watching and what they're indulging in and what they're involved in and what has their attention? Are you paying attention that every time you guys have a conversation about something important that ends in a dispute, it ends in an argument? Are you paying attention to the temperament of your home? Like, are you paying attention to how you guys interact and you see that it's not working? Sometimes, again, I talked about this a few weeks ago, several weeks ago, that you could be living in dysfunction. You could be functioning in dysfunction, but I want to take it a little step further. You could be living in a place of, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but this is what we're used to. I don't know what's going on, but I dealt with this when I was a child. My family's, and I hear this a lot. My family, we were always like this, so this is how we grew up. But does that mean that that's how you were supposed to grow up? Or was that something that just continued to happen and nobody made the change? So we can't keep allowing our families just to be the same way it's always been. Because that's why I asked the question, are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to what's really going on in your family? Are you really, really paying attention to what the problems are in your family? Are you paying attention to the issues that you never got help for, the problems that you never got help for, right? The thought process that you never got help for, the way that you think, and now it has trickled onto your children. Have you paid attention? Have you paid attention to what's going on? Have you even paid attention to what bothers you or bothered you, excuse me, as a child? And you felt like that was okay to live, but and then you found out that it wasn't, but you never made a change. A lot of families live like this. They find themselves living the same way they grew up, but that doesn't mean that it was healthy. A lot of you had really bad, unhealthy relationships. Again, I'll say that again. A lot of you have had a lot of negative, unhealthy relationships, and it hasn't gotten better. And you find yourself, and your family finds itself at a crossroad, and you don't even recognize it's been a crossroad. The crossroad is, are we going to continue like this, or we're going to make some changes? Are we going to continue and it's going to get worse, or we're going to start making some changes? We got to start making some decisions. We might have to sacrifice some time in getting our families together, because we're not where we're supposed to be. And we got to change that. And we got to change that today. It's so many families out here, so many families behind closed doors that are not doing well. You're looking great on the outside, but inside, internally of your family, not just internally of you, I'm talking about in the four walls of your household, you guys are not doing well. You're trying to do well, but you haven't changed anything. You haven't asked for help. You haven't reached out for help. So you are just continuously doing the same thing, but things are getting worse. Your child got a curfew, but they don't even listen to you anymore. And they're 14, they're 15, they're 17. They do what they want to do, and you let them do it. That doesn't mean that you're a bad parent. It's just that means that you might be exhausted, that you're tired, you're frustrated, and you don't know what else to do. That's why I titled this, Are You Paying Attention to What's Going On? Are you recognizing that there's a problem? Because sometimes you might not even recognize that you have a problem. You just might say, oh, that's just my kid. He got a smart mouth. She got a smart mouth. They talk back to me. It's all right. I get them straight. But is it okay that they're calling you any kind of ways and calling you all kind of names? Is that okay? No, it's not okay. Yeah, I know that's your household and you feel like that's okay. That's not okay. Because if they're doing it to you and you're the parent, guess how many times they're talking to their teachers, their administrators, elderly, so on and so forth, the way they talk to you, or even worse, because you made it okay for them to be disrespectful. You've made it okay in the household to say whatever they want to say, what comes out of their mouth. They don't have to listen. This is why a lot of our children in school do not do well academically when they're in the school room or school classroom. Sorry, schoolroom. I hang around so many older people. My mom, she says schoolroom, but they have no respect. They have no honor for authority because they don't respect you. Again, Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to what's going on in your household? It's the little things. This is what I've been taught by my late Bishop Alvin Nelson. He said it's the little foxes that spoil the vine. The vine is your home, is your edifice, right? It's the little things that you don't pay attention that your child does. And because you don't pay attention to the little things, those things become really big. The disrespect becomes really big. The dishonor becomes really big. They don't have no reverence for older people. They feel and they go wherever they want to go. They say what they want to say. If they get reprimanded, they ready to fight. I've seen videos, I've seen conversations of not just verbally cussing somebody out, but getting in the teacher's face because they do that with you. Because let's be honest, can we keep it real this morning? Some of you have fist fought your children. Yes, they disrespectful and they say certain things, but let's be honest, sis, bro, you have you've you've made that to be okay. I know this is hard to talk about today, but somebody got to talk about it. You've made the household like that. You made it okay in their mind, their cognitive understanding that this is the way that I could talk. My mama let me talk like this, so it must be okay. No, it is never okay for your children to act the way that they act. It's not okay. And somebody has to call out these behaviors. This is why you have so much dysfunction, because you're not calling out what needs to be called out. Are you paying attention? See, I talked about how kids, like how kids are trying to get your attention. I'm asking you as a parent, are you paying attention to what's really going on with your own particular child? Are you paying attention to who they're hanging out with? Are you paying attention to what they're listening to? Are you paying attention to their interactions with other kids? Are you paying attention to what's going on with them? I'm going to say this too. Are you paying attention to what's going on with you? Are you self-checking yourself? I'm serious. Are you self-checking who you are? Are you self-checking saying, man, I'm not jumping on no parent or girl. I'm a parent. I had to do some self-reflection. I had to do some self-checking of my own, because sometimes I was kind of lackadaisical with my son, because I was doing so many things. And I said, you know what? As a parent, I got to do a lot better. I got to have these conversations. I have to look at myself and say, hey, I don't care what you're doing. Your son needs you right now. Your son needs to have conversations with you. And you got to do the same thing with your child. There's certain things that you're going to have to do. There's certain things that you're going to have to talk about. And listen, if you don't, the is a I gotta say it, y'all. The blood, you might not see the physical blood, excuse me, but the blood is going to be on your hands if your child does not go in the way that you are supposed to teach them. Because if you don't, you can we be honest, you can't really blame anybody. And big bro, yes, Pastor Dobbs, yes, you have to be led by example, and it's true. But let me ask you, parents, who's leading you? Who's leading you? Who's feeding you? Who's pouring into you? Because maybe you didn't get what you were supposed to get when you were younger. Maybe you didn't get these talks when you were younger. But again, we have to break the generational curse, situations, issues, whatever you want to call it. We have to be able to break that, because if we're not paying attention and we're blinded and our ears are covered, how can we know? How can we acknowledge what's going on with your family? If you're just hanging out with your boys or mom, if you're just hanging out with your girls and you letting your child do whatever the heck they want to do, well, you should expect problems to come. I'm just gonna put it just like that. You should expect problems to come because you're not in tune. See, we always try to blame our kids. Yes, our kids got ways about them, their personality, their character. It needs to be adjusted, right? They need to be taught, but who's going to teach them? We can't have our kids be taught by the streets. We got to teach them. We have to teach them, because if we don't teach them, how can they learn? If we're not pouring it into them, who's going to pour into them? Are you paying attention? You have to pay attention, because if you don't pay attention now, you won't pay later. Did y'all hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? If you don't pay attention now to your to your child or your teen, you're gonna pay attention later because they're going to be at a place that's going to tell them what to do, where to go, how long they can do it, or worse, God forbid, or worse. But we got to talk about these things. This is where true transformation transform. We have to be transformed by the renewing newness of our mindset. Has your mind been changed? Has your thoughts been changed? Because if they haven't, there's some work to do. And I want to help you do that work. It's called dirty work because everybody doesn't want to do it. Everybody doesn't want to do the dirty work. Let me help you do the dirty work. Let me help you see where there are some errors, and then we can find solutions to those errors. So if you are ready to make those changes and start paying more attention and get the help that you need for your family, I want you to reach out to me. I want you to go to all my social media platforms, and I want you to sign up for my program, which is called the Family Reconnection Program, because every family has a need, but everybody's need is different than the next family. And I want to help you with your specific problem area of concern. I want to help you. So I want you to email me at dmpspeaksllc@gmail.com. Again, it's dmpspeaksllc@gmail.com, or you can click on the link in my bio and sign up for your discovery call and let me help you get your family right, because I am the bridge between you and your child, and I want to bring your family back together. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Catch me tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have 10 slots open for my program, and I want to help you become the best that you can be, because I believe in every family deserves transformation. See y'all tomorrow.